everybody, and welcome back to my channel, An Average Show Outdoors. I'm heading out again while camping, another 48-hour wild camp. Weather forecast isn't too bad. I'm camping just sort of northwest of Buttermere, and on the side of Grassmore, so I'm hoping to do Grassmore and Sandhill on the middle day and then come back down and on the Sunday. It's now the Friday. So yeah, I'm this is where I'm sat. I'll just turn around for you. It's a lovely start to the walk, and the path is right there. So yeah, I'm gonna have my I've got some grapes and banana and some quiche, and I'm going to have some juice, and then head out into the mountains. So yeah, I can't wait, and hopefully you'll join me on there. So I'll see you on the trail. So the colours of the gorse and the heathers just coming out as well with beautiful sun here. Quite noisy here, sorry about that. First little obstacle next to this waterfall is going to be fun, especially with the heavy back on. A bit greasy, but yeah,
And that's the obstacle. Don't mind me if I don't film this. Okay, I'll see you at the top. So I'm sort of halfway through what's called a bad step in a few places. Yeah, it's stunning as you can see. Look at this. But definitely this part here, if I'm coming back out, it's really steep and it's wet. It's been raining with a heavy pack on. Dodgy. So yeah, I'm going to have to find an alternative way to get out. Wish me luck. The valley's widening out now, so just through that where's that bad step now, and it's suddenly just like an arena, just sort of opens up, really vast and grand. The heather looks amazing. A different perspective it puts on the hillside. Oh, just taking a breather. Sorry to deal with some wind noise. I'll have to try and face these microphones out the wind, but it's just getting up now. I've now got a visual on my favourite choice of wild camp. I can't zoom in on this, but I'll set my word for it. It's just up there about halfway up. On the maps, on the OS maps, possibly a flat platform. It's about 45 degrees up, and once you're up there it's 30 degrees, shallows out so you can get to the top. It's looking very wet and greasy and sketchy, and I'm not confident that there's no other cliffs. I can't go up there. It's going to be quite hard going, and obviously with a heavy pack on and a dodgy leg and a daft head. Discretion's a better part of that. So what I'm going to do is head up the valley behind these small hills, and sat on the banks of Grassmore. There is some cliffs up there with the topography on the map is looking much more favourable. So that was my favoured choice because it's west facing and you get all the brilliant sunshine and sunsets. But on the north side of Grassmore it's going to be a bit darker, but it's more sheltered. This is the southwesterly prevailing wind, so yeah, it's choices, but you've got to make these, got to make the right decision really, haven't you? So yeah, it's a point of no return now. I'll figure out how to get back down Dodgy Waterfall in a day or so. So right, let's get on with it. sorry about the wind noise again. Just coming up to the top of the pass. I want to point out on my back, I can't zoom in on my action cam thing, so all of that, especially this side, sand hill, all of the geology, all of the rocks are sloping at around about 30%, up to 30% angle. The whole side of it, so two things there. Very difficult to find a cliff face with a platform on top to get a platform. And also very, very tricky, especially you will be going down, and especially if it's wet. You can't keep your feet flat. So, yeah, if you slip on that, you're going to be a passenger real quick. So yeah, I'll have to find an alternative way down. Right, I think the weather's turning, so let's try and find a pitch level and out of the wind. See you in a bit. So, mountain now, high up just on the pass, Coldale House it's called. Very windy, so it's proving quite difficult to find a flat pitch where I want it to be, really out the wind. So I just can't cross this line. It's in a windy spot, it's not too far down. And I'm not sure about taking water from it, I don't know how stagnant it is. But because it's there, I'll find it. So I'm going to go in there and take a look. There's nothing up in these crags here. It's not like last time I was out, it's very, very sloping rock all the way around. So yeah, I've still got plenty of daylight hours, but I really do want to get settled. So that's, if I can't take the water from there, I can always take it from the waterfalls up here. So, right, so I think I found a little oasis here. It's a little tiny town here. I'm gonna, some flat areas around here, so I'm gonna try and pitch. It's quite a rare area. As you can hear, it's a bit of a wind tunnel as well at the moment, so it's quite a windy spot. I wouldn't normally take from water to sort of settle like this, but I like fast. But it looks very clean on first glance, and I suspect it's getting an awful lot of filter down, soak away down from the grass moor there. So yeah, with the wind churning it up and that. So we'll, yeah, I'll give this a go, and the tent won't get blown away with me in it. Just another downside, I think, from the path up there you can see it as well, see the tent. So whether I'll leave it here tomorrow, I don't know. But if you've come this far, you tend to find that people who've come this far away from the cars tend to be serious and serious hikers and walkers and well campers. So I'm 90% sure my tent won't get interfered with if I leave it here. So see how we go. Look at this beautiful spot here. Gorgeous. From human interference, are we? In my humble opinion, this is what happens when you release these lanterns, these celebratory lanterns into the sky. It's then not your problem, is it? Into the sky. Just second thoughts on that. Look at that. That's how far we go, so I'll take that back with me. Right, rant over, off my soapbox.
pitch actually. It's really windy here though, as I suspected. So I beefed up some guy lines there, put a couple of extra guy lines in these 3 bits there. That's as tight as I can get it without yeah, the pass is over there. This is the only flat bit really, both sides of the mountain, and it's got some water here that I'm going to take from, but the only flat bits apart from actually on the pass itself. And there's, I'm sure some of you know, if you actually camp on the pass, speeds are even higher. So yeah, I'm just hoping. As you can hear, the wind speed had really picked up and my microphone simply couldn't take it. But what I was trying to say was that this was my 3rd pitch in half an hour, and the wind speeds and direction had picked up and changed 3 times. So it was just, it was swirling around in every direction. So I was trying to back the tent into the wind direction rather than hit it side on.
Oh, right. Need to test this water. It looks really clean, actually. No green algae or anything like that. So let's give it a filter. Try. And if I fall over and start convulsing, you'll know why. Pretty good. So, yeah, it tastes good actually. So I need to get my flask and my hydration pack filled up, and then I've got enough water for the night until the next morning. So I moved the tent. It was sideways on because the wind was coming from that way, off the pass. Sideways on, so I moved it endways on, and the wind has just started to hit it sideways on. Well ratcheted down, but it's extra guys on there, but the wind's getting underneath and inflating it, so yeah, cooking inside tonight. I can get it, you might not look it, but the guy lines are taut, so I think it's about 60 miles an hour in a few seconds. Anyway, yeah, I'll try and cook something, get something to eat, and see if the wind dies down for tonight. If in doubt, get some rocks. So yeah, I think I'll be relieving the mountain of some of those. It's going to be a fortress by the time I'm done. And now the wind is straight on the back instead of the side. Something to it. Got some wind deflectors, so that helps a little bit. Plastic guy line there. Right, time for something to eat. So I've decided to come in the tent and get out of the wind. I couldn't even have this porch door open because the wind's changed, and it lifted that big rock there that was over the guidelines. It just lifted it up out of the way, So yeah, it's threatening to rip the tent out the ground. So I've sealed it all in. I'll get a little bit of ventilation in there, and I'm cooking tonight. And tonight it's Asian noodles with chicken and mixed vegetables. Hopefully it's better than the last freeze-dried meal I had on these, which unlike them wasn't brilliant. Yeah, what could possibly go wrong? Okay. After that, I'm going to get some warm gear on, and if it's still not raining, I'll get wrapped up in all hats and gloves on, and I'm going to have a brandy outside and taking the view while trying to get shelter the other bit closer to the mountain. So yeah, time for something to eat. It's not bad actually, better than the last one. Better than it looks. Still in the tent, being buffeted. These single pole tents, they look quite disconcerting when they get buffeted by the winds, but if they're well made, they're actually really strong. They're made to flex. So hopefully this one, I haven't used this one much, hopefully this will stand up to the torment the wind brings, like my old one did. I had a previous model Force 10 helium one, and I had that a dozen years, and I went everywhere in that, and that was, I mean, it was bent flat at times, that thing. Just a single pole with a main pole and a pole at the front and guy lines at the back, but the pole would never bent out of shape permanently. It just flexed with the wind, and I went in all sorts of weathers in that. So hopefully this one is the same, but it doesn't have worry you when you look at the thing, you know, doubled in half almost. So hopefully the guy lines hold up. And so yeah, just had my tea time routine. Creature of habit. I had something to eat, had my cup of tea and a piece of fruitcake, and then what I do is I strip off and get my thermals, top and bottoms on underneath, and then put everything back on again. And it means then not only can you sit out if it's not raining, of course, and even if it's cold you're sort of toasty, but also when you go back into your tent, and you get out your muddy clothes and your sweaty clothes, you've got relatively fresh clothes, your thermals on to jump in your sleeping bag. So a little bit of luxury on the mountain. Anyway, I'm going to head outside and see if it's brandy o'clock. See you in a bit. It's a combination, I think, of the forecasting one for this to be so severe, and also I pitched on the extension of the top of the pass. Trying to get my wet gear off, and I'm holding the tent up as well. I've never been in a tent where I've been worried about it collapsing or splitting, but Jesus.